Hi Candace, hi Natasha.
Hello.
So this is our fourth session. Last week we said we were going to work on a few things. How's that been going?
You know, the goal was obviously to have her come home by 8 o'clock every night, which I still think was lenient. She was doing okay, and then, one night she didn't come home at all. And she showed up the next morning to change her clothes before she went to school, and she didn't want to hear anything I had to say. She was talking back and, being disrespectful. And so, I told her I was going to tell you the truth. And so, I don't know what else we can do.
So Candace, do you want to tell me what happened?
Well, can I first start off by saying she always want to focus on the negatives. Like, isn't it good that I returned home and I went to school? Right? Is that a positive? Anyway, so what happened? I just stayed at my friend's house overnight, and I got tired, and I just went to sleep, and
she has a cell phone, so
I got tired, and I went to sleep.
She shouldn't. If she's getting tired, she should be calling me to pick her up.
Okay, Candace, in our last few sessions, we did make an agreement that if you were going to stay out, you were going to call Grandma.
Well, and I know, I messed up. But I got tired, and I just fell asleep, and I knew when I woke up it was time to go to school, so I rushed home, I got ready for school, and then I went to school. But I didn't know it was an issue. I know we made an agreement, but I didn't think, it was a one-time occurrence, and I messed up, but I didn't think that my grandmother was going to be this upset.
Did you try talking to her about it when you got home?
I didn't, because I just wanted to, go away. I messed up. I know I messed up. And so she's older, and I feel like she just want to focus on the negatives. And
so do you feel like you were avoiding the problem?
Yeah, I would say I was avoiding the problem, but I just don't want to hear her mouth. Okay.
She still won't tell me what friend's house that she stayed at. And I'm concerned about, I don't think they're girls' houses, and I'm concerned about the same things we were talking about before, her promiscuous behavior. And, I don't want her ending up pregnant like her mom.
Candace, it sounds like you have a grandmother who cares about your safety and your well-being.
I know.
So I'm just trying to understand, what happened. Like, you were doing good. You went home, the few days at 8, and then you had that one slip up, and then you didn't want to talk about it the next day. What was the reason?
I just think that, I know I messed up, so I just don't want to say that I don't want to take responsibility for my actions, but I just don't want this to change the way she feels about me because I messed up one time. Like, I don't want to hear her tell me that she's disappointed in me. I just don't want to hear it. Like, I already know I messed up. I woke up and I was frantic, and I hurried up. I ran home. I got ready for school, and, I tried to avoid her that morning because I don't want her to tell me that, she disappointed in me. Where was I? I don't want the whole lecture. Like, I'm 15. I know what I did wrong, and
So part of life is messing up. That's natural. It's a normal part of life, but also it's taking responsibility for your actions. So my question to you guys is, how do we move forward? Where do we go from here?
I think first she has to be honest with me, because I'm trying to be as honest with her about what my expectations are. If she is staying with men or boy, I don't know what ages they are. She's 15 years old. So if boys' parents are letting her stay the night, or if she's really at friend's house, I am concerned for her safety. It's more than just the attitude or being disappointed. It's, genuine concern and worry. And, I don't want to be raising another baby.
Now, why do you feel like she's staying at boy's house? Is there a reason you feel that way?
Because of the past things we've talked about. She's, and I don't know if it's because her parents aren't around and she's looking for, love and affection in other places. But I am concerned that that's how she's dealing with things, dealing with missing her parents.
And have you met any of her friends?
No, she never brings people over. That's why she's gone every night. I tell her her girlfriends can come over to the house.
Okay.
So that's why I think that they're boys.
How do you feel about that?
I just kind of feel like she doesn't trust me because of my past experiences, and I mean, I don't blame her. You know, I really don't. I was pretty off the chain. I was doing what I wanted to do, and that, you know, and I was staying at boys' houses. But I'm trying to change my ways, and I want her to understand that I want to change. The reason why I don't take my friends over is because my parents' friends are like more lenient. My grandmother is very strict. She does everything by the book. And I get it. She's older, and my friends' parents are younger. So, you know, they're not checking in on us every 30 minutes, making sure we're not doing anything inappropriate. You know, we're just chilling, talking, listening to music, you know, watching YouTube videos. You know, we're not doing anything, you know, out of character.
So did you stay at a boy's house?
I didn't. And it hurts my feelings that you would just think that, you know, I would just be sleeping around with a whole bunch of men after we talked about in session a few weeks ago that I was trying to change and I was committed to making these changes.
So it sounds like not only is our issue with her coming home every night during the week at 8 o'clock, being responsible, but it sounds like you guys have an issue with trust. You're not trusting her, and then it sounds like you don't trust grandma enough to be open with her and let her know that you're at friend's house.
Absolutely.
So my question is, how do you guys think you can fix that?
I'm not sure. You know, the cell phone is supposed to be like something that she's earned or a privilege. And, you know, I gave her the cell phone stating that, like, you communicate with me first. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind if she was at a girlfriend's house. So I don't know why she wouldn't feel comfortable telling me that. That's why I feel it was a boy's house. So she can tell me she's at a girlfriend's house, and, you know, I will come get her. I'm not sure what else I've done to her to prove or make her feel that she can't trust me.
Is there a reason why you don't want to tell your grandmother when you're at your friend's house, your girlfriend's house?
Because I'm afraid. She's crazy. Like, I don't want her to come and, like, Candace, come home now. Like, I don't want all that. Like, you know, it should be a simple...
She thinks she's grown.
I don't think I'm grown. I think I'm 15, so I feel like I should be entitled to some sense of freedom. Like, she wants to hold me captive and think I'm supposed to just stay at home all day. Like, I'm 15 years old. Like,
so it sounds like grandma just wants you to communicate with her. She wants you to let her know, hey, I'm at so-and-so's house, whether or not I'm coming home tonight. Is that something that you can do? Or is that something that you're willing to do?
Yes, I want to respect my grandmother, you know. I don't want her to be stressed out. And, yeah, I can text her and let her know where I am. I'm even open to bringing my friends over, but she just can't be overbearing and, like, in our business. And, you know, she needs to give me some freedom, like just a little bit of freedom. That's why I'm scared. That's why I didn't text her back. That's why I didn't text her initially to let her know I was at a friend's house.
So do you think that would be a start if she started to text you that she's at her friend's house and let you know what friend's house she's at? Or if she texted you or called you and said, hey, grandmother, I'm at this friend's house. I'm coming home this time, or I'm not coming home tonight. How would that make you feel?
I think that would be a great start. I do think she gets a lot of freedom. I think 8 o'clock at night is a really fair thing. I feel like she doesn't realize that a lot of bad things happen when people aren't watching, and that's why I do want to know what she's doing, and she can say that it's overbearing, but I'm hoping that one day she understands why. My daughter, her mom, maybe I should have been more overbearing because she, isn't here. So there's a reason that I am the way I am, but I am trying to let her grow up, but I want her to be safe.
But grandmother, did you just hear what you said? You said, I wish I would have been more overbearing. I'm not my mom. I'm not even close to being her. So I need you to know that I'm your granddaughter and not my mother. So you don't get a second chance with me.
But you still need a mother. Even if
I understand that, but I don't want you to treat me like my mother because I'm not doing anything that my mother did at my age. And I feel like you're treating me like my mother, like there's no coming back to that. Like I'm being punished for her behaviors, and it's not
I don't want to punish you for her behaviors, but she also was doing some of the things you were doing, and I know you're making an effort to change, but some of those behaviors were scaring me. That is how your mom was getting off track.
Okay, but I just need you to know that I'm not my mother.
So I think it's safe to say that she knows that you're not your mom. But if we look at it through grandma's lens, she's scared. You know, she's worried and she doesn't want you to go down that path. So could you kind of understand where she's coming from?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And then you being grandmother, can you see where she's coming from, where she's saying that you're being overbearing or you're being a little too much involved?
I do, because it's not her fault.
So it seems like you both have like a clear view of what the other person's issue is, what the issue is for each one another. So our goal would be to continue to come home at 8 o'clock. You're okay with that?
Yes.
And on the nights where you feel like you're going to be a little bit late or you're not going to come home, you're going to communicate that to your grandmother, whether it be call or whether it be text.
Yes, I'll check in with her.
You're going to check in and you're going to let her know, because the first step to repairing this relationship is building trust.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's clear that you guys have a lot of trust issues between one another. So grandma's going to have to be willing to trust you to give you a little bit more space, you know, and vice versa. You know, you're going to have to be willing to trust her, you know. So how do you guys feel about that?
I mean, I'm willing to try. I love my grandmother. I respect her, and I don't want her to be afraid when I don't check in. You know, I'm willing to do what I need to do to repair our relationship.
And how would you feel about that, Grandma?
That's all I want for her. I just want the best for her. And I feel like it's all up to her. If she wants to prove to me that she's responsible, I'll be glad to respect that.
And again, this is not something that's going to happen overnight. It's not something that's going to happen in 1 week. It's something, trust is something that takes time. So, you know, you're going to have to prove to one another that you know the trust is there. You can't just come home 2 nights and then disappear for 1 night and expect her to trust you, and then vice versa, you know. So it's something that you guys both have to be willing to work on and, you know, continue to work with one another so that we can reach those overall goals.
Right.
Okay. So this week, our goal for this upcoming week is to continue to come home at 8. And then we're just going to say you're going to come home every night this week.
Yes,
but if you have a slip up.
I'm going to go home.
Okay. So we're not even going to say the what ifs. You're going to come home. But if you're running late or whatever the situation may be, you're going to communicate that to Grandma.
Absolutely.
And then Grandma on the flip side is going to be happy. And
if she does that, I have no issues.
okay. Did you guys have any other questions for this session?
I don't think so. I think that's our main. She's doing everything else she needs to be doing. I've been monitoring her grades. When she's at home, she's been respectful except for that morning.
Okay.
So things have gotten better with your help.
Okay.
I am trying. I really am. It was a one-time slip up, and I'm taking responsibility and accountability for my actions. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I do want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to come and visit me, and I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
you.